The fastest way to higher profits may also be the easiest. Come on, let's talk about it.
Welcome to Newsletter Guru TV, your show with a boatload of smart marketing and business building advice, and a little fun along the way.
This episode of Newsletter Guru TV is brought to you by Jim's ultimate collection of smart marketing and business building solutions. Check it out today at jimsprofitcenter.com.
Hey everybody, it's Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru. On this episode of Newsletter Guru TV, we're going to talk about one of the profit-boosting strategies that I talk about in my brand new book, The Fastest Way to Higher Profits. All right? This may also be the easiest, but it may also be the hardest. Let me explain. You know how you can get more money to fall, more revenue to fall to your bottom line? Get ready. Raise your prices, all right? Charge what you're worth, okay? This is the reason I say that's easy is because it's go change the price on your website, change the price on your order form. The reason it's hard, quite frankly, is there's a mindset shift that has to happen. There's a hurdle that you have to jump over where you fully recognize the value that you bring to your prospects and your customers and your clients and your patients. When you fully recognize the value of what you know and what you do, and most importantly, who you are, that has real and tremendous value, and that will allow you to charge more to your current customers. I said something there and I want to make sure you heard it. The way to higher profits has a lot more to do with who you are than what you do. Think about that. The great marketing whiz Dan Kennedy said that once, and it was very, very profound. In other words, when you are a celebrity expert, when you're the go-to expert, the go-to resource, the authority for what you do in your niche, you will magnetize yourself and people will be drawn to you. When they want what you have, price becomes much less of an issue because it's you they want. It's the solutions that you can provide. It's not the whatever it is you do or whatever else you sell or whatever else services you do. It's you that they want because they recognize you as the best chance they have to bring them relief, okay? Who you are has much more to do with your bottom line than what you sell. Think about that. What does stairs, a tree, and mailing lists have in common? Not a lot, other than I can tell you a real quick story on each of those that will help illustrate this very valuable point. Okay, about 2 years ago, I was driving out to the job site. Well, let me tell you, one Saturday a month, I volunteer for this organization called Good Works, and we rehab homes for low-income folks in Chester County. It's a terrific organization. But I was driving out one Saturday to the project home we were working on, feeling really good. I mean, like, chest is full, head is high, good. My business was doing great. My book, Stick Like Glue, which was new out at the moment, was selling really great. I was just feeling great, really kind of proud of myself in all the different ways you could feel good about yourself. When I got to the job site, I was tasked to help build a set of stairs on this deck because the old ones were completely rotten. Luckily, I was partnered with a contractor. And a lot like, you know, some people play air guitar or air drums, right? This guy started doing air math, and he started going, okay, Jim, we got 6 treads, 45 degrees, 36 inches, 2 inches, 9 inches. He started spitting out all this stuff, and he goes, you got that? You good, Jim? And I was like, I had no clue. I instantly went from feeling good about myself to feeling completely inadequate. In other words, this contractor, name was Tom. Tom had a set of skills that I didn't have. Because he had the skills that I didn't have, there was real value in me partnering with Tom. That's one example, and I'll come back and tie this all together. Last year, I had my wife Stephanie and I were putting in a new patio on the back of our home, and I had to have this tree taken down. Now, I got saws, I got my big manly chainsaw, but this tree was literally about 10 feet from the back of my house. I did not feel comfortable enough trying to down this tree into the backyard and not have it go this way into the house. So I called a tree surgeon, and he came out, or tree cutter, whatever they are, and he came out and gave me a price. And you know what? I was like, gee, but you know what? I didn't even flinch, okay, because I didn't want the tree to hit my house. I wanted it taken down. Quite frankly, I was very busy, as I usually am, and I didn't want to even take the time to do it. So that was great. He had a skill and a service, and he could perform it, and it's exactly what I needed. It was going to cure a pain, all right? Number 3, one of the things that I work with my clients is I can procure mailing lists. Now, for me, I've been doing it for so long, I know how to get a mailing list. And you know what? A great mailing list could be the turning point to a marketing program being a very, very big success or just being a flop, because you got to go to the exact right target customer. But I know how to do that. I can go get the clients, the locations, the home value. I know all the little check boxes to put in there so we get the perfect target customer. But that has become second nature to me because I've been doing it for so long. But some of the clients I work with, they go, Jim, how do you get those mailing lists? I don't even have the first darn clue. See, what I know and who I am has more to do with what the price is than certainly the time it takes me to go get that mailing list. Now, in your business, what you want to do is you want to focus on the total value that you bring, the total solution, the comfort, the removal of pain, whatever it is. Focus on that. Not how long it takes you to do it, certainly not the cost of what it is, because you know what? If you focus just on an hourly rate or a time and things like that, you're going to come up with what you think might be a fair price. But the way you're going to make more money is to charge more for the value that you're bringing. Let me make one more point to help illustrate what we're talking about, which is really price elasticity, how much you can actually raise your prices. There is actually a manufacturer that sells a mattress, I think it was $45,000 or $49,000. Now, when you see a mattress for $49,000, the first thing that pops in your head is, holy moly, what could that mattress be made out of, right? The second thought is you're probably thinking, that must be one whale of a comfortable mattress, right? See, higher price often equals higher perceived value. There was also a company that manufactured backpacks. You know, a lot of backpacks sell anywhere $20, $30. This company had this way to use this high density Cordura super fabric. The zippers were extra strong. They had this seal coating. It was waterproof. It had all these fancy pockets, cell phones. It was the premier backpack. And they found a way to make this thing for about where they could sell it for $30. And they said, we're going to own this market. And they launched and they flopped. You know why? Because first of all, nobody heard of them. They hadn't established themselves as the premier backpack. But instead of going back and kind of building up their brand like you would just build up, you know, Coke, Pepsi, Coors, whatever, they also didn't lower their prices. You know what they did? They relaunched in 6 months and sold the backpack, I think, for about $90, if I remember correctly. Now, when people thought $90 backpack, their first thought was, wow, that's a lot more than $20 or $30. But what was the next thought? That must be one whale of a good backpack. Are you starting to see how this happens? Now, people, especially parents, thinking, I buy $20 and $30 backpacks every year. They break, I replace them. I'm going to get the $90 backpack, a little bit more than I thought, but this thing is incredible, and their higher perceived value in their head says, this backpack is going to last. It's all coming together now, isn't it? Okay, one question I get on higher prices and how much you should raise your prices is, Jim, how high is too high? Well, you keep testing, all right? This is the strategy, this is the belief that I have. If at least 20% of your clients aren't offering some little bit of price resistance or making you explain it one step further, your prices are probably too low. If they're buying what you have, if they're hiring you for a service and you're not getting any resistance, I guarantee you're leaving money on the table. Start raising your prices. All right, that does it for this episode of Newsletter Guru TV. Hey, when you're watching this episode, you're either right in the first week when it premieres, and in that case, you are right in the middle of my 10-year anniversary sale. So what you want to do is go to jimsanniversarysale.com. It's going to last through this Sunday, which is October 30th. If you're watching this later, like a lot of people do, oh, well, you missed it. But if you're watching it right now this week, you go to jimsanniversarysale.com. Everything I do, every product, every program, every promotion, every book, everything is on sale to help celebrate my 10 years in business and also my 10 years as a survivor. I've been very, very blessed. 2001 was a very incredible, stressful year, but here, 10 years later, doing okay. And I'm very, very grateful for everything. So here's what I want you to do. If you found some value in this episode, and if you watch it again, if you didn't get it the first time, there is tremendous value in this episode. I want you to click the like button. If you're watching it on Facebook, if you're watching it on Newsletter Guru TV, click the share button and share it with some entrepreneurs, friends, small business owners that you know. And also, before the day's out, go out there and make somebody's day just a little bit brighter. Do some random act of kindness. hold the door for somebody, say something nice, let somebody in ahead of you as you're getting on the highway, whatever it is, do something extraordinary. Makes people feel good. It also makes you feel great, by the way. All right? Till next episode, this is Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru. Take care.